What's up, guys? It's 7:10 a.m. It's time to wakey wakey, time to bakey bakey, guys. We are looking at this morning the most banned toys of the 70s and the 80s, guys. Candy cigarettes, lawn darts, all the great stuff, guys. We are looking at this morning. We got today in history. We got the wakey bakey news, guys. We got all the things happening. I'm excited. I can't wait to get going, guys. It is Weed Wednesday today, and we got it waking, baking, and shaking, guys. Who's ready? I'm ready. You ready? Let's do this thing, guys. We'll be live in 2.
It's 7:10 a.m.
Time to wakey wakey and time for bakey.
Time to wakey wakey and time for bakey.
Get ready for your host with more.
Get ready for your host with more.
Mr. Brian Brown.
Mr. Brian Brown.
It's 7:10 a.m.
It's 7:10 a.m.
Que la roja bichuela y cuando le no viene ligado igualito que yuca. Ese pelo que tiene tan lindo, no venga a pensar que eso es una peluca. Tiene cotorra perico, yo tengo cotorra, tú tienes la cuca. Está claro en el ring, en el piso yo quien te
no critiques mi pelo, te la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, te la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, te la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, te la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de...
Oh yeah. Good morning, guys. It is 7:10 a.m. Smoke 'em if you got 'em, guys. That's right. We got a great show for you. Good morning, Lonnie. How you doing? Pamela. Good morning. Thanks to how are you? We got Rosie Key. Good morning, guys. We got the usual suspects up in here getting things done this morning, guys. Oh man, I'm tired. I was one of those drag myself out of bed this morning. Hey, Supernova Mike, good morning. How are you? Oh, one of those drag yourself out of bed this morning type of situations. But it is a new day. We are getting into it, guys. I'm excited. Let's see what's waking, what's shaking, and what's baking out there in the world today, guys. We got, what is it today? I believe Powerball is what today, right? Wednesday, I want to say Powerball is today. $1 billion, guys. Whether it's today or tomorrow or Saturday, get in on that. $1 billion, man, for the freaking lottery. Woo! Who wants that? Man, that's I want $1 billion. I want to be a billionaire. So yeah, get in on that, guys. That's definitely something that you want to get in on. What does it cost? $1? Can't win if you don't play, guys. Isn't that what they say? Get in on this. Yeah, let's do it, guys. Let's do it. Let me see. All right. So what's quaking? What's shaking? What's baking news, guys? Let me see if I can. I don't think it's gonna let me do that. All right, guys. In California, I don't know if you've looked at this or not. There is a something going on called the Trash House, guys. Um, there we go. I was looking for the picture so I could kind of show you guys. Lonnie, if I won, I'd probably get 1 billion more problems, but a bitch ain't one. Lonnie, look at Lonnie going at it this morning. Oh, Lonnie. All right, guys. So there's going on in California. I saw this last night on the news. The Trash House is what they're calling it, guys. Check out this house. Videos, let's see where we at here. Residents in one Los Angeles neighborhood are calling on city officials to take action regardless of property, regarding a property becoming known as the Trash House. The filled plastic bags piled high on the front yard. The home is located on the 600 block north of Martell Avenue, and residents are not only concerned with getting the property cleaned up, but also want the homeowner to provide any help he needs and to be able to provide any help the homeowner needs. My hope is the city can step in for us as neighbors and do something with the materials that are here, but also for this gentleman who needs some help. Um, Video show plastic bags stacked as high as in the property. More debris can be seen on top of cars and on the ground, all over the place. I don't really know what's in it, so it could be anything, probably stuff rotting, attracting rats and all sorts of things. And then you also might be a fire hazard. Um, so they're looking to get this guy's house cleaned up. Can't blame them. That's a lot of trash, man, right there. um, yeah, definitely get that guy some help. Holy moly, man. What else we got happening, guys? Let me see. 3 men admit to possessing more than 1 million fentanyl pills. Not $1 million, 1 million fentanyl pills. 3 Mexican men have pled guilty to federal drug charges after they were caught with more than 1 million fentanyl pills. It's a shit ton. Florenco Allen, 29, Gerardo Patino, and Alex Oros each pled guilty to 1 count conspiracy to distribute and possess with intent to distribute fentanyl on Tuesday. 3 men, all from Mexico, conspired to sell 2 million pills between September 22nd and September 2022 through March 2023 when they were arrested. On March 7th of that year, the trio went to Denny's restaurant in El Segundo to meet with a buyer for the narcotics. At that meeting, they discussed the plan to sell more than 1 million more fentanyl that day. Sell 1 million fentanyl the next day. The buyer agreed to Holiday Inn parking lot where Ores was detained by law enforcement, and then Panto was detained in the bathroom of the hotel lobby. In the trio's vehicle, officers found 3 duffel bags containing more than 1 million fentanyl pills weighing 240 pounds. Oh my God. Oh my, that's a lot. That's a lot. I can send him the name of a good demo guy. Level it, Pamela. I love it. I love it. So yeah, man, $1 million, or not even just $1 million, 1 million fentanyl pills. 2 million they were selling that day. Man, that's crazy, man. It's just insane. Let's see here. No pills, guys. Oh, internet's dragging this morning, guys. Internet's dragging. Here we go. That's what 1 million fentanyl pills look like, guys. Right there. That's insane. 3 giant duffel bags. Woo. That's 3 duffel bags of lives saved right there, man. All right, what else we got, guys? What else we got? Suspect accused of trying to cut people in the Inland Empire, San Bernardino. A suspect was arrested allegedly after brandishing a knife and attempting to cut people inside a San Bernardino County home. The suspect was identified as Jesus Roez, 26. According to the San Bernardino County Sheriff, on March 31st, deputies responded to a home located on 2400 block of Golden View Street. Victims told authorities Rojas was allegedly armed with a knife and had attempted to cut multiple people inside. He was placed in the back of a sheriff's car. He kicked one of the deputies in the face. Rojas was on parole at the time. It sounded like it was at a halfway house. He was booked at High Desert Detention Center on charges of assault with a deadly weapon and obstructing, resisting an officer. He currently is being held without bail. That good old 7.2B hold, man. If you're on parole or probation, I don't know what it is in California, but yeah, that 7.2B hold. You ain't going nowhere. No bail, son. No bail. Let me see. Body of missing California woman found in Arizona, guys, after a month after she called 911. You were on hold for a month with 911? No. The nude, fuck, I hate it. I hate it when we do stories like this. The nude body of a 27-year-old who called 911 for help late February, but went missing before authorities could find her, was discovered outside a small town near Arizona California border last week. According to the 911 call made just a day before she was reported missing, the victim, Amanda Neninger, sounded confused and desperate. She was attempting to describe the remote mountains and desert terrain where she had gotten her vehicle stuck off the highway. I think I may have fallen asleep at the wheel, the 27-year-old is heard telling 911. I got tired. I didn't have my glasses and went to pull over, but hit a pole. In the hour-long 911 call, which was routed to dispatchers in California, her family told KTLA that Amanda even provided the correct GPS coordinates for her phone and still did not receive the help she desperately needed. She did not have to die like this, the victim's sister said. If they would have just listened to her 911 call, wrote down the coordinates again, she would still be here in the U.S. She would still be alive. Her daughters wouldn't be without a mother right now. The California native was last seen in a hotel in Blythe on February 27th until last week when her body was found near Cibola, Arizona, just 25 miles away. That's just right up the road, man. La Paz County Sheriff William Ponce told KTLA Amanda was discovered about a mile and a half from her vehicle and that her body had likely been there for weeks. We believe she went under the tree to try to get some shelter from the elements. As you know, it gets hot in the Arizona desert. Her clothes were strewn along the path that we believe she took prior to making it to the tree where she ended up passing. The victim's sister has said it's unclear exactly where Amanda was headed, but they have the family in La Paz County. Um, I haven't been able to eat because she went all these days, who knows how long, without eating or drinking anything. It's taking a toll on my life, my mom's life, our family's life. Man, that's a horrible one, man. I'm just happy. I'm happy she wasn't attacked. As soon as I saw that she was naked, I was like, Jesus, man. And then and then to be, how do you not send help out there? 911. Humanity is pathetic. We have barely moved forward as a society given the time we've had. For real, and the technology. I mean, you should be able, man. If you could find me when I call 911 and hang up on my cell phone, and you could figure out where I'm at, so you could give me a ticket. You could figure out where this girl was. She was on the phone with him an hour, man. How do you just give up on that? You're on the phone with someone an hour, and then you're just like, oh, we couldn't find her. Sorry. Oh, that is pathetic, man. You're right, John. That is pathetic. That poor girl. That didn't need to happen. 100% did not need to happen, man. She sounded like she had a concussion, probably, because she got in an accident. Oh, horrible, horrible, man. Let's see. What was this one? This was on April 1st, so we're good on that one. The Powerball, guys. The Powerball. Let's see. This might have been the same one we looked at before. But man, this California minimum wage, guys, is really, really getting crazy. A whole bunch of different restaurants are folding up. On the day, they're like, "Hey, we just can't afford this payroll." A lot of franchisees owners who own 20 Burger Kings they're saying they're going to have to close at least 8 of them. We kind of went over the price increases here in California. McDonald's here in Needles, nothing under no value meal under $15, guys. Not one. Your single burger value meal is $14.99. A regular hamburger is $5.99. Yeah, so things are getting pretty pricey here. Tech wise, we stand on the shoulders of a very few giants that stood on other giants. Yeah, but you think, what? I mean, again, this is, John, this is what bugs me. The riots, or whatever you want to call them, the Capitol riots. So you have all these other riots, you have all these other crimes. Oh, we just don't have the technology to find these people. Motherfucker, during the Capitol riots, they got on those computers. They knew everyone's name, address within an hour. So you're telling me when you're motivated, you could do these things, but but when you're not, you're like, oh, we just don't have the technology to save a life. I mean, geez, man. Last one this morning, guys. 2 grams, or no, what's a kg? Is a kilogram? Um, of cocaine found in 3-year-old's backpack. An Alabama woman has been arrested after deputies raided her home and found 4 unattended children, guns, and hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of narcotics, according to the Mobile County Sheriff's Office. Deputies with the MCSO received a tip from a reliable, confidential source that a woman identified as 35-year-old Tira Torcahill had a large number of drugs in her home on Harvey Court. Deputies said in a press release, Holy moly, they did have some drugs. When Hill left the residence, deputy followed her, eventually conducting a traffic stop where they allegedly found 1.5 kilograms of cocaine, a small amount of marijuana, and a handgun. She's an OG, man. She was an OG. Look at the government can take a picture from a satellite of a dime on the street and read you the date, but they can't find the aliens. Oh, when they searched the home, deputies discovered 4 children aged 3, 8, 10, and 15 were present as drugs and guns, and there was no adults there. The 3-year-old was wearing a blue backpack that contained 2 kilograms of cocaine and other backpacks. Deputies found other kilograms of cocaine, 2 handguns, the release said. Woo! Hill was charged with trafficking cocaine, second-degree possession of marijuana, tampering with physical evidence, and 4 counts chemical endangerment of a child. Ooh, that's some serious shit there. Hill's arrest comes in the same county and involves in the same law enforcement agency as other cocaine-related incidents last year. In January 2023, a musician from Van Nuys and her influencer friend were captured in Mobile County with 200 pounds of cocaine. Woo, man. I did say 3, Lonnie. I did say 3. Hey, Tim W., how's it going this morning? Yeah, man. So, woo, cocaine making a comeback with the kids, the 3-year-olds, evidently. No, the Matt lady's looking at some serious child endangerment, man. Um, she had cocaine in her back. She had cocaine in her backpack. A 3-year-old. That isn't good. Anything else happening, guys? Boardwalk Empire actor attacked in New York City. If you guys seen that. Shannon Doherty selling off belongings amid cancer journey, guys. She's selling her belongings and using the money to build memories amid cancer journey. In the latest episode of her podcast, former Beverly Hills 90210 star actor Shannon Doherty reveals she is letting go of her physical belongings in order to spare her loved ones the task of sorting through her possessions upon her death. Ooh. My priority at the moment is my mom, who was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer in 2020, said during our edition of Let's Be Clear podcast. I know it's going to be hard for her if I pass before her, but so sorry, this is a hard one for me. But because it's going to be so hard on her, I want other things to be a lot easier. Oh, man. Oh, that's heartbreaking, man. Oh, I don't know if there's anything worse, man, than knowing you're gonna die. Like, I mean, we're all going out, act accordingly. But I mean, to be like actually in the position to be like, okay, guys, I'm gonna make this easy for you. Let's just get this all straightened out. So when I die, all you have to do is come in, close the house up, and we're good to go. Oh, heartbreaking. Shannon Doherty. Brenda Walsh, my friend. Doherty was at 52, was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2015. She went into remission after undergoing chemotherapy and a mastectomy, only for the cancer return in 2019. The next year, Doherty confirmed she had been diagnosed with stage 4 metastatic cancer. Ooh, man. However, Nancy can shove all her pill popping and just say no as far as cannabis. Nancy, or not Nancy Reagan? Are we still talking about Nancy Reagan, John Phantom? I think we're over Nancy Reagan at this point. But now Pelosi is a different story. All right, guys, that was your what's baking, what's shaking news, guys. Prayers for Shannon Doherty, man. That's not good. That's not good at all, man. Poor Shannon Doherty. Oh man, cancer. Cancer fucking sucks, guys. All right, guys, let's get into roll call this morning. All right, you want to get shouted out? All you got to do is throw up a comment, guys. If you shot it out first thing this morning, I might not see it. So make sure you're blowing up those comments. Let me know you're in the house. And we're going to do roll call this morning, Danksters. Get in line, Danksters. It's roll call.
All for the Danksters. It's 7:10 a.m. Rise and shine. It's time to slam. Break the mold. Rebel from the north. Danksters unite. Let's raise a storm. D-A-N-K. We're here to play. Loud and proud. We won't obey. 7:10 a.m. We'll rock your day. Danksters assemble. Never fade away.
All right, Danksters assemble, never fade away. We got Rosie Key in the house this morning. Rosie Key, good morning, good morning. How are you? We got Pamela. Nice, nice. Pamela in the house this morning. We got Lonnie. How you doing, Lonnie, sir? Oh, man, we got Brian's broken bong, Brian's broken toe, Brian's broken nose, Brian's broken... All the Brian's in the house this morning. Good morning, good morning. John Phantom, how you doing, buddy? How you doing all the way down there? We got Tim W in the house. We got Rosie Key. Oh, man, ton of people, ton of people. Only users lose drugs. Dare to keep us off of drugs. Fucking Nancy Ray Bush, guys. You know what, man? I love me some Nancy Reagan. The more I learned about her, throughout hit. Oh, Rosie. Rosie, what are you doing? Rosie snooping over there, guys. Scared the shit out of me. That dog. Nancy Reagan was down, man. The way she loved Ronnie. I wish, man, everyone could have a relationship, Ronnie. How she loved Ronnie. Um, Man, I wish everyone could get a freaking. Wait a minute. Is Eric in the house? Is Eric in the house? And I just didn't see. What up, Eric? How you doing, buddy? How you doing? Um, Yeah, man, Nancy Reagan, she was down, man. She loved that man. Loved that man. Oh, Ronnie. Good couple there. All right, guys, let's get into something I like to call Today in History. The Healing Center, 1400 Needles Highway, California. Your number one. How come I can't Eric on here? That's it. Huh. Oh well. Hey Eric, how you doing, buddy? We miss you. We miss you. Hopefully all is well with you. All right, Today in History brought to you by the Healing Center, 1400 Needles Highway, Needles, California. Your number one cannabis superstore where you can smoke so much weed that you have a mysterious Eric sighting as well. All right, guys, let's get in to Today in History, guys. Today in history, a journey through time where legends are born and secrets intertwine. Join us at 7:10 a.m. for all to see as we unravel the histories from our history. Today in history. Brought to you by the Healing Center, 1400 Needles Highway, Needles, California, where the history is a mystery, guys. All right, Today in History. Let's do this thing. Birthdays, guys. Oh, well, we got a couple good birthdays today. A whole bunch of good birthdays. Celebrity. All right, guys. We got born on this day, actor Marlon Brando. Nice, nice. Marlon Brando was born on this day, guys. Great actor. Um, all sorts of movies. Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. Marlon Brando, big bucket of win there. Alec Baldwin, guys, has a birthday today. Sitting there cussing about a gun right now, but happy birthday, Alec Baldwin. Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy celebrates a birthday today, guys. Comedic genius. Eddie Murphy, big bucket of win there. Doris Day, who remembers Doris Day? She's celebrating a birthday of her life today, guys. Who else we got? Tony Benn, British politician, was born today. Jane Goodall, British ethnologist known for her detailed and long-term search on chimpanzees. Yeah, good old Jane Goodall, guys. Pacobo Street, American skier, was born on today. Washington Irving, that's a hell of a name. American author was born, guys. Nigel Farage, British politician, was born. Who else we got? Virgil Grissom, American astronaut, was born on this day. Good old Boss Tweed. Who wants a name like Boss Tweed? I do. Woo. Superman's dad. That's right, Lonnie. That's right, Marlon Brando. Who else? Boss Tweed, American politician. Leslie Howard, British actor. Richard Thompson, British musician. George Herbert, British poet, was born on today. Carl San V. Gorto, president of Mexico, was born on this day. And Henry Lucy, American publisher, was born on this day, guys. What else we got cracking in history? In 1948, the implementation of the Marshall Plan. On this day in 1948, U.S. President Henry Truman signed into law the Marshall post-war World War II plan to revive economics of Western and South Europe countries as to foster democracy in the region. 2016, private papers from Panama law firm were made public and revealed how wealthy clients concealed their wealth and avoid paying taxes. The Panama Papers represented one of the biggest leaks of confidential data. I don't remember that, but was it like for offshores accounts and stuff? Yeah, I'm sure people didn't love that. 1996, federal agents in Montana apprehended Ted Kowinski, an American terrorist known as the Unabomber, who had killed 3 persons and injured more than 20 with explosives sent through the U.S. mail. Teresa Deller, how you doing? How you doing, Teresa? Have a great and lovely day. It's going to be a nice day out there today. The first handheld mobile phone call was made by an employee of Motorola who called AT&T's Bell Laboratories in 1973. Man, what, 50 years later almost, guys, and over 50 years, right? Yeah, over 50 years later, and look where we are in the mobile phone business. 1968, at an event for Memphis sanitation workers strike, American civil rights activist Martin Luther King Jr. delivered his mountaintop speech. The following day, he was assassinated. Ooh. 1961. Well, spoilers for tomorrow, guys. Spoilers for tomorrow's day in history. 1961. American comedian actor Eddie Murphy was born in Brooklyn. The Japanese Army General Hama Masaru was executed for forcing the Bataan Death March. 1930. 1930. Helmut Kohl, who served as Chancellor of West Germany and reunified Germany, was born in Ludwig, Rheinland, Germany. American stage and motion picture actor Marlon Brando was born in Omaha, Nebraska. 1922, American singer and actress Doris Day, whose performances in musicals of the 50s and sex comedies of the early 60s made her a leading Hollywood star, was born in Cincinnati, Ohio. 1922, Joseph Stalin became Secretary General of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union, a position that had provided the power base for his dictatorship. 1882, while adjusting a picture on the wall of his home in St. Joseph, Missouri, American outlaw Jesse James was shot and killed by the coward Robert Ford. Man, why hanging a picture? That's crazy. Sofia, liberated from the Ottoman Empire by Russian troops, was named the capital of Bulgaria, 1879. 1860, the Pony Express mail delivery system, which used continuous horse and rider relays along an 1,800 mile route between St. Joseph, Missouri and Sacramento, was launched in the United States. That was in 1860. The Pony Express, guys, the mail must be delivered. Marlon Brando won a 1973 Best Actor and set a Native woman up to raise awareness of Native people. Good dude, good dude. You know, I did a podcast interview yesterday, Lonnie, and everybody, not just Lonnie, with a gentleman who, a horror movie guy, has a horror movie podcast. We'll be talking about that real soon. A couple weeks, we'll get that one up. But we were talking about if there was a true crime case, if you will. What would you want to see? What true crime case would you want to see turned into a horror movie franchise? And we had determined Jack the Ripper, but a modern day Jack the Ripper. And then we were like, well, you know what you could do? Hashtag, or what is it? Trademark Daily Dank, guys. Don't be stealing my ideas. You could do a Jack the Ripper current version, and you could do it with indigenous women because they're the ones who are really going missing right now, and shed a light to that problem that's going on over there, and do a straight up new Jack the Ripper movie. That would be, I think that would be pretty smart, man. I think that's a pretty good deal right there. Pretty good movie deal. Let's make it. Who's down to make a movie? All of us. All right, guys, let's get into the meat and the potatoes. What's wrong, Rosie? What's wrong? Let's get into the meat and the potatoes of this thing, guys. We are talking banned toys from the 70s and the 80s, guys. Not only will they not let us ride in the back of trucks anymore. Remember that? You used to sit in the back of the truck and drive around, burn your butt, and you're wearing those stupid short shorts as a kid. Oh, um, now who remembers that, man? You burn your butt. That was good times, man. Who needed a seatbelt? Who needed a seatbelt? You know what I mean? I don't know about Jack the Ripper, but watch Jane the Stripper movie. Woo! Lonnie getting spicy this morning. Lonnie is getting spicy this morning, guys. All right, let's get into this, guys. Dangerous toys of the 70s and the 80s. Oh, wrong one. There we go. All right, guys. Clackers. We've talked about this one before on the show. Who remembers OG Clackers, man? So this was like a string, and it had two pretty solid balls. Hey, pretty solid balls on the end of it, and you would spin it around. Like you can see these young kids here. And you would try to make them clack against each other. And when they clack, they would, like come spinning around. You would want to clack them as many times as you could. Lawn darts, I miss them. A friend had a Subaru Brat with two seats in the back. I love that. Yeah, Subaru Brats. I forgot about those. Man, the silver seatbelt receiver burned the shit out of you. Oh, those big metal ones? Oh, yeah, hell yeah. You get that stupid logo burned into your freaking butt or wherever your arm, whatever you had. Man, those were bad. Those were bad. All right, so we're starting a little lot, guys. Clackers. You get busted eyeballs. You get busted your head. They were pretty solid clackers, too. Metal playgrounds. Who remembers these guys back in the day? Industrial. If you grew up in Arizona like I did, another reason to burn your butt, man. Yeah. In the summertime, you just didn't do the metal playground at all. You know, You definitely just don't do the metal playground. Sorry, guys, I'm reaching out to some people we haven't seen on the show. I'm just reaching out to Carolyn, um, and just checking in on some people. All right. Well, I was thinking some people we haven't seen on the show for a while, just checking in. And we do that from time to time. Yeah. So man, these metal freaking teeter totters and like remember the bars that you monkey bars that you cry across and the slide metal slide at that. Oh, church time. Church time, guys. The bells are ringing. The bells are ringing. Ring ding dong. Yeah, man, those were, and then the spinneroonie. Remember that you would sit on, and you get the one kid who would run as fast as he can and spin the other kids on it. Oh, good times. But um, or today, tots get off on soft rubber mats, slides between that barely have any slide to them. Kids of the 70s got to hang on two-story spider web domes. Who remembers those? Zip down steep slides, go flying off enormous metal merry-go-rounds, and probably land on the pavement. If you were really fortunate, your playground might have been bedded with gravel, but the best part was everything was made of steel. Um, so it all became a surface of the sun temperature in the summer. Yeah, who remembers those spider web things? Um, Broken Brain of Eric. That's right, guys. Go check out great channel, great guy, great show. Check out the Broken. Is he on here? I can't see him. I can't see him if he's on here. Yeah, remember those spider web it was like the freaking terror dome on on Mad Max, man. We had four-story metal rocket at the park. Did you have? No, we didn't. I know what you're talking about. Those were so cool that you could go inside. Oh man, those were the best. And then who did this? Who did on the merry-go-round thing where you would get on and you would spin it as fast as you could and you would jump off as it was spinning and you would go flying through. Oh, good times, guys. Good times. Lawn darts. Here you go, Tim W. We got some lawn darts. These were filed down. Who remembers those OG lawn darts with the freaking metal tip in it? Oh God, man. Um, those things just look dangerous. Those things just don't look. I don't see it. Maybe we're just going crazy for Eric. We just missed the guy. We just missed the guy. You know, I'm gonna message him right now and be like, "Hey, brother, just checking on you." We had a ghost sighting of you this morning. All right. Gotta keep checking on people. You guys know that's what we do on this channel. It's not just a channel, it's a family, guys. That's right. A community. All right. Make sure we check on everybody. Um, Lawn darts, guys. A game of lawn darts or jarts seem to be a pretty fun way to spend a sunny afternoon. It's outdoors, pretty much anyone can play, and the rules are simple. Jarts stop seeming fun though when you realize that these are large, sharp tipped projectiles that you hurl through the air and that were supremely dangerous and eventually banned in the U.S. in 1988 after a death of 7-year-old girl in California, Canada. Followed the suite the next year. In the 8 years leading up, the American band Lawn Darts sent 6,100 people to the hospital. Oh, man. Swing bikes. I don't remember swing bikes or wheelie bikes. Um, oh, my God. Who remembers this? Who remembers these bubbles?
Frisbees are fun, Just about any nice day, you'll find people in almost any park enjoying Frisbees. But some people have never seen super elastic bubble plastic. That's right, plastic bubbles from a tube. Just squeeze it
I
out
had
and
this.
blow it up. They're beautiful. Kids of all ages enjoy
It
super
was like
elastic bubble
super
plastic.
adjustable.
It's just as much fun as Frisbees. Frisbees and super elastic bubble plastic sold separately from Whammo.
From Whammo, guys. Good old Whammo. Yeah, who remembers that? I actually had this. So it was some kind of chemical compound. And you blew into it and it created like a bubble, but it wasn't bubble gum. We had dirt clod fights. Oh yeah, those were great. Those were great. Unlike some of the other toys on this list, super elastic bubble plastic didn't carry the risk of physical trauma, so it didn't seem dangerous. Kids would put a ball of vicious goo on the end of a straw and blow, turning the goo into a semi mellable sort of balloon or bubble. The problem was the goo was made out of exfoliant, ethyl acetone, which could give off noxious fumes. I remember that. These fumes would gather in the straw and cause kids who inhaled them the various symptoms. Basically, your first huffing kit was right there. Brian, in 1981, they want their commercial back. The fumes were tough. Yeah, I think they should have called it my first huffing kit. Oh man. Legos? What? That's right. Even the most begin 70s toys were low key trying to kill you. How Lego possibly be dangerous? If Lego was made before the early 80s, it's probably colored with lead. Ooh, and other heavy metals. That makes sense. That makes sense. Um, Woo, man. Yeah, I forget. And kids would put that in their mouths and stuff. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. All right, what else we got, guys? 11 dangerous toys from the 70s that we were surprised we survived. Look at this little kid. Who remembers that, man? Like your catalogs, your toy windows, just being like, "Oh my god, look at these toys." That was like the greatest time, man. The greatest time. So clackers, we already talked about clackers. You guys get an action picture of some clackers. That kid's gonna get nailed to the temple. Who else we? Lawn darts. We already talked about lawn darts. Oh, who remembers this, guys? The lemon twist toy. This is like one of those hopscotch. You put it, but this is like, so this was just like a straight rope that you put on your ankle and you would leave it loose enough to where it would spin and you would jump over it. My toys were BB guns, butterfly knives, and nunchucks. Were you a Ninja Turtle, Lonnie? Are you Casey Jones or whatever his name is? um, yeah, so you would jump over the lemon, but this is like I said, a rope with a lemon tied to it. 90s kids remember Skip It well, but these plastic wiffle ball paled in comparison to the rock-filled lemon that was tied to a string from the 70s. Essentially, it was the same exact shape and concept as Skip It, but it featured a lemon-shaped ball at the end of it, supposedly weighted down by rocks. Dodging Clem Toys Lemon Twist had higher stakes than kids' toys deserve to have. No need to imagine what getting hobbled by Kathy Bates in Misery felt like when you crack an ankle bone with one of these suckers. So the lemon's filled with rocks. And you would jump over, yeah, Skip It the original, and jump over. It's the ghetto, fucking Skip It. What do you need a Skip It for? Go grab a glove full of rocks and a string. Dip a flower, guys. Make magnificent floral bouquets with dip a flower. Oh my goodness. Dip a flower. Resin art and jewelry might have felt like a TikTok trend, but it came and gone from the crafting ziggist back in the 70s. You can find Dippo flower kits and Christmas catalogs targeted towards young elementary schoolers. And on paper, these crafty flowers seem harmless as it was chemical warfare in a box. A science kit. Um, my friends and I would have one pump BB gun wars. Oh man, only one pump though, huh? Only one pump. All right. Up next, Disco Punch. I don't remember this. A saucer is flying over here from space. Shoot your gun. So these were flying projectiles. Disco Punch were Nerf guns before people cared about hurting each other. These handheld toy guns shot miniature plastic frisbees through the air, and with a good enough aim, you could take out an eye or a bloody nose. Kids can be aggressive, so we like to know whose great idea it was to put a scaled down power paintball gun into the hands of a 6-year-old. Yeah, I kind of remember those, man. They had some up to them. All right, guys, hang on real quick. Rosie's got to do her business. I will be right back.
Rosie the bulldog, she's quite a sight, running around the park with all her honey. When nature calls, she knows what to do. Take a little break just to see it through. Rosie the bulldog, she's got style, doing her business with a happy smile. On a little adventure before we resume. Waiting for Rosie, just a quick interlude. Look at the bulldog, wagging her tail, perfectly mischief in her eyes without fail. She struts around the park with pride, searching for that perfect spot far and wide. Oh, Rosie's on a mission, won't you take a seat? The show's on break, well, Rosie does what bulldogs need. Her little act of nature, will patiently await for when the curtain flies and the show resumes its day. Nothing much to learn yet. Rosie the bulldog, oh so sweet, takes the time when it's time to meet. She waddles around, playing with her toys, but there's one thing she must do, and it brings her such joy. Rosie's on the bridge, she's doing her thing, pooping outside where the birds all sing. The show will go on, but we'll patiently wait. But Rosie's done pooping, it's worth the wait. This is the time where Rosie poops. This is the time where she tries to scoop. She hold up the show, but we don't know how long she will be. But she prays it comes out string free.
Rosie, come on. Come on, Mama. Good girl. Good girl. Rosie's a good girl. Rosie's a good girl. Rosie's a good girl. All right, guys. It did come out string free. For those of you who are wondering. Damn, Lonnie, it must have been too deep of a bee to dig out. That's funny. Oh, man. That is funny, Lonnie. All right, so the Disco Punch. What else we got here? Shrinky Dinks. Who remembers Shrinky Dinks? Oh my God, guys. Shrinky Dinks. These were freaking awesome. You would color them in, put them in the oven, and they would shrink. I hated shrinking them because they look like shit after you shrink them. But Shrinky Dinks, I've gone through many parameters over the years, but if you were a kid anywhere between the 70s and the 2000s, you remember having your mind blow. These bake and shrink figures, simply color in large illustrations, cut them out and bake them in the oven and make them bite-sized fun figures to play with. Today, you'd never recommend a toy that required anything but warm water to complete a magical transformation to a young elementary school. But in the 70s, 8-year-olds were up to cooking breakfast for the whole family. So how hard was it sitting in the oven and putting a baking tray? I made one on the dash of a car. Shrinky dinks, guys. These were it, man. What else you got? Various craft kits. Yeah, these were big in the 70s and the 80s. Let's give a fucking 10-year-old a wood burning kit. A wood burning kit. I remember I wanted one of these and didn't have one, so I got a solder gun. And I got the solder gun so hot that I was able to use it as a wood burning kit. Oh man, Silly Putty. Yeah, Silly Putty was another one. Yeah, Silly Putty was another one that was pretty bad. Wood burning and chemistry sets. That was the other big one. Whatever happened to wood shop? Yeah, whatever did happen to wood shop. If you're a crafter, you long for the days of the 70s where a niche craft kit lined with every store shelf, but crafts that parents barely let their teens tackle were marketed to elementary school without pause. Sure, little Kenny, why not heat a glorified branding iron up and burn a few designs into a wood block? Or Carol, of course you could tear open some old cans with tin snips and glue and, and felt it as decoration. There's no way these wholesome crafts could end up in someone with the ER, right? Yeah, that's basically you're doing a branding iron, burning this, and then like yeah, you're pulling out tin snips, cutting fucking aluminum, like you're a worker, like you're banging tin for a living. What about the easy bake oven, guys? Look at this one. This is old school. Watch it bake. Oh man, yeah, easy bake ovens, man, they were it. Um, Even the newer versions. My daughter has one, and we never did get a light bulb for it. You had to buy a light bulb. Um, or maybe we did and it burned out. I can't remember. But yeah, man, Easy Bake Oven. Easy Bake Oven was a popular toy since the 60s, but little did you realize just how dangerous it could be. The lamps inside can heat up to around 350 Fahrenheit. Imagine a 6-year-old trying to shove a tray of cake batter into a superheated oven and not catching their grubby sausage fingers on the superheated inside. Thank goodness microwaves took away some easy bake oven magic, or else we'd have skin fingers to not forget about it. Yeah, they're grubby little fingers. Those things would get hot, man. They would get hot as hell. Here you go, Lonnie. Here you go. BB guns. That's right, BB guns, guys. BB guns weren't technically categorized as toys, but kids in the 70s sure treated them like they were. Kids were gifted BB guns as playthings. Um, Sharpshooting practice only held so much of a thrill, which led to BB gun wars. Oh, your pump BB gun hard. If you pump a BB gun hard enough, you'll give someone a welt, dent, or even broken skin. Running around a wooded neighborhood in the 70s must have felt like you were stepping in Lord of the Flies. Lonnie was Lord of the Flies. Supernova Mike trying to take it from him. So what about a CB radio? Tim W still plays with these. A CB radio, guys. Strictly speaking, CB radios were designed for adults. However, movies like Smokey and the Bandit turned kids into the thrill of chatting with strangers. Late night into a need we stranger danger. 90s kids had their yearly internet safety lecture, but the 70s kids could have done with a CB radio safety course. There probably weren't too many cases of kids traveling to the nearest truck stop and chatting with one of the strangers they met. We can't say the chances were zero with the sheer number of active serial killers roaming in the 70s. Those odds were much higher than any kids thought about it at the time. Yeah, you know what, man? In the 70s, when you realize how many serial killers were out there, you were just like, oh, man. Tim W., what does the CB mean in CB radio? Chemistry sets, guys. There's another one. I actually had one as a kid. Yeah, why not give a kid a bunch of freaking chemicals that could, because kids only stick to the recipe. We all know that. Today's chemistry sets are safe as they were mild, harmless chemicals and plastic equipment so no child could ever inadvertently cook meth, uh, release toxic gases, or build a bomb. But back in the 70s, not so much. One Love to Know Gen X staffer recalls their kids' chemistry set that was filled with actual dangerous chemicals, alcohol filled Bunsen burner, yeah, same one I had, and glass beakers and test tubes. While legislation in the 60s required manufacturers to begin labeling substances that could be flammable, explosive, toxic, chemicals were still right there in some sets with warnings they should be kept away from young children, but marketed to young children. Oh man, what else we got? Gen X, more like close calls generation. Despite all the dangers lurking around, guys, we survived the 70s and the 80s. We rode in the back of trucks. We didn't have airbags. We did a stupid shit. We played lawn darts. We did all the crazy things, guys, and we survived. Just like we survived this episode of the 7:10 a.m. Super Show, guys. I appreciate you tuning in. I really do. Got in this morning. Like I said, I was a little grumpy, tired. Turned on the thing. I saw only 3 people in the chat, and I'm like, oh man, it's today the day no one shows up. Everyone showed up. Everyone's doing good. Citizen band. Maybe. Where's Tim W when we need him, darn it? All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Rosie's snoring. I'm going to get out of here. I got Vegas this morning for my physical therapy, guys. I appreciate you. We will be back at 4:20. I'm always here on hump day. We'll be back at 4:20, guys. It is Weed Wednesday. We got some review. We're going to be reviewing a Puffco. A Puffco, guys. I finally got it working. Tim, what does CB stand for? What does CB and CB radio stand for, buddy? All right, guys, I am going to get out of here. I will be back at 4:20. We got product review. We got all the things, guys. So make sure you get in here, celebrate 4:20 the only way we know how. That's just a little bit more than the law ever allowed. Citizen Band Radio, yes. All right, guys. I will see you on the flip side. Appreciate you. And let's take care of one another. Breathe in that positivity. Exhale that negativity, guys. Take care of one another.
Thank you for joining us on the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. Broadcasting worldwide and brought to you by thedailydank.com. Check out our merchandise and amazing content. And follow us on all our social media. Now, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Oh my God, guys, when I was talking, Alexa in the other room went off, and I just heard a woman's voice in the other room talking and scared the shit out of me. We'll see you guys.